Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I don't want to take that course.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Here we go. Hat the street. Hat the street.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Ready? 19,
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Panthers!
Tommy Tremble.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Walker with another carry.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out,
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, You give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Walker has it. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Shoves him aside. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Walker on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Walker.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he finds Eskridge.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Myers connects on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the set.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throw out wide to Walker.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Seven Pirates!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 2nd down, here's the option.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field are loading everyone with a fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped over.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again?
There he goes, left side. 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got it. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. There, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
18, Pioneers.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
79 Broncos.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shifts by at the 15, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And Walker once more.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? 18 rattle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A big play that time through the air. 43 yards. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime.
So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
19.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
On the go.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
There he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got a man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
19 Wyatt.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now back to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
19-18.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down. St. Gonzalez on the
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away a little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
M-E-H, man.